All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? What's up? Let me put my seatbelt on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's your boy Gangstalk Talk with AJ. Excuse me. I wanted to go live for a little bit. Let me get on this freeway right quick while I'm heading back over to my neck of the woods. Got to pick up my kids from school. Sun get out early today, so I had a short day today. Made a little decent pocket change. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining at all. Made a like decent pocket change this morning. So, hey man, I'm good. It's gonna be a half day today. My day is already pretty much wrapping up, and I'm cool with that. No problem at all. So I be grinding like every day. So I mean, it's good to just get a half day in, make what I can make out of it, and keep it moving. I'm gonna give a minute for everybody to come in. I wanted to talk about a few things, and just check in with the people. I'm gonna go live for a little bit. I'm not gonna be long, but hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Yeah, I want to talk about a few things that's on my mind. So thought I'd hop on live and chop it up with y'all, because as you know, there's really, I don't really have anybody in reality I can speak to, like, about things that, are on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people, you try to have conversation with them, they're kind of, a lot of people don't like talking about real stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like talking about social media and stuff that's not real. So when you try to have conversations about real life stuff with a lot of people, they quick to deflect and not want to talk about it. So a lot of people don't live in reality, aka they're NPCs. So they're not educated enough to have conversations with people, like us. When we want to talk about real life stuff, they don't want to talk about it, because they live in this virtual reality of a life. So where the only thing that entertains and amuses them is negativity. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, good morning, everybody. Well, it's 11 o'clock where I'm at, so good afternoon if you're somewhere it's afternoon, and good evening if you're somewhere that's the evening. They said, do you experience what's up, big dog, corn dog? Do you experience B2K? AJ, how's things, by the way? Always good to chat. I've been having a whistling in the background when I'm trying to sleep, and also had no sleep in 36 hours. Damn, 36 hours? And you think it's direct energy weapons? No, I mean, I used to experience V2K a lot early on in my targeting. I think now it's like it happens every now and then. Like yesterday, my neighbors for some reason was really loud yesterday. I'm talking about, I've never heard them that loud. But I remember I did a live. When I film videos in my house, I noticed that when I'm talking about certain things like gang stalking and whatnot, and certain things that I deal with, they're 100% listening. They eavesdrop and listen for sure. So I noticed that a lot of the times, they a lot of the things that I talk about that I've experienced, they start doing for sure. But no, I don't experience as much as I used to. And brother, you said you've been up for 36 hours, brother. You got to get some sleep, brother. I understand, because man, I barely sleep at all. Like when I say I sleep probably on a good night 6 hours. On a good night, and that don't matter what time I go to bed. On a good night, 6 hours. I always get woken up in the middle of the night all the time, bro. All the time. All of a sudden you can't sleep, and yeah, they somehow have tabs 24/7. Facts. Yeah, they know everything. Like when I do my videos, and when I do my videos and do my lives, they're definitely watching, because I can tell by how they act and things they say when I come around. So they're clearly watching my content, because there's this tab like on my YouTube studio where it'd be like external. like external views. So when they say external views, that means somebody's putting my videos and my content inside of like a group chat, and they're watching my videos. So somebody's saving my videos and putting them inside of a group chat, and they're watching my videos. So there's definitely an external source. I don't know if maybe it's like a not StreamYard, but like whatever app they use. They're watching my videos for sure. In a fucking way, bro. I hate when somebody call me during my stream, bro. Press a one in the chat if you can hear me. I'm sorry. I hate. It's like nobody calls me unless I'm streaming. They always do that. Cloning phones is one of their key tactics. Facts. Yeah, I definitely my phone is definitely okay. You can hear me, cool. Sorry about that. I got a call. Nobody calls until I stream. Nobody. SIM swaps, etc. Yeah, I do feel like that's why I used to switch my phones a lot. I'm back, y'all. Everybody, I'm back. I used to switch my phones a lot because I felt like my phone was being tracked. And I'm just like, every phone I switch, it's tracked. It does the same thing. So I just say, you know what? It's no purpose. There's no purpose to keep buying phones and thinking that's gonna solve the problem. And it didn't. It just continued on. Yeah, very sad behavior. I don't understand how they can't see how pathetic they are. They know how pathetic they are. It's just, we have this thing where they have this thing where they're in denial about how pathetic they are. So they're in denial, bro. They're definitely pathetic as hell. And yeah, I just wasted my time wasted all that money on them phones. And it was just a waste of time, bro. And then he said, PD out here got my phone cloned using informants for reactive abuse. They're putting knives in the windowsill as a scare tactic. Is insane. That's insane. That is insane. And I really, this is what I want to talk about. This is why I came live, right? Have you ever looked around and you see all these people, these gang stalkers, and then all the other people? They are very non-productive people. Like, just imagine gassing up your car every day, right? Gassing up your car every day. Yeah, police department, big dog. Gassing up your car every day just to follow somebody around. And all day long. Imagine being that much of a low life. That's what your life consists of every day. That is horrible. That is so horrible, man. That is so whack. I swear this whole program is whack. The fact that they out here, following innocent people around, and they don't put this much effort into following criminals. Like, put this much effort into getting these demonic people off the street. They don't put this much effort into them, but they put a lot of effort into targeting people who are just law-abiding citizens that don't cause any problems. We go through the same stuff that your everyday people go through. I'm talking about as far as like normal people, and it's almost like when we go through something, it's a crime. Like, it seems like it's more important. It has more meaning when we go through something. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's say we pop a tire, for example, right? They'll make more of a big deal out of us popping a tire than your regular old person. You know? And another thing is, I seen an accident last night. Now I'm not laughing at the accident, but I noticed that one of the guys that got into the accident was a gang stalker. Now I have a clip that I'm gonna upload later, because I have a clip of the guy standing by his car. His car smashed in, and you're not gonna see the other car because it's right behind the other car. It's right behind him, but you're gonna see the car that he's in that got smashed. I got a clip. I definitely recorded it, so I got a clip in my phone that I'm gonna upload. Either a part of a video or just upload on my shorts. But I definitely got the clip, man. And I like I said, I don't wish bad on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't wish this on anybody. You know, this is the most foul stuff you can do to somebody, as far as like invading their privacy, their personal life, and a lot of BS, you know, that they do to us. I don't wish this on anybody, but I mean, karma's karma, you know. So I didn't feel too bad for him either. He seemed like he was all right, so it is what it is. Yeah, I get a lot of petty games from cops. They remind me of lemons. Um, they will follow each other off a cliff because they're completely lost. Yeah, dude, I love to see it. Yeah, these people will sacrifice themselves and their lives just to destroy yours. You're not lying. It's like a cartoon. Like, you know how in the cartoons, like, the character will be at the cliff, and then he'll be chasing them really fast, and he just move out the way, and he just fall off the cliff. You said you got these Raiders. Shout out to no. Talk about the shirt. Yeah, I like the colorway of the Raiders. It's just something about it. I like the colorway for sure. Not a Raiders fan though. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. Hold on, we might have some. What the fuck happened here? Oh, the car broke down. Okay, and let me show you something. Look at how inconvenient. Now look at this. Right in the middle. Right, and there's nobody in that car either. Nobody in that car. Right in the middle. Right in the middle of the fucking the freeway. Caused me to miss my light. And then come on, you gotta wish this back upon your perps. I do certain people, especially depending on like how far they go with it, like how far they go to get my attention and get a reaction, and they do some sucker ish. Yeah, I do, you know, yeah. But yeah, that guy, man, I just seen that particular guy. I seen him. He came in a grocery store and started, you know, and he followed. He was walking around, and I ran into him on a certain aisle, and nothing. And then he was with a girl, and then they took a picture. He started putting his phone up and started taking a picture of him. That red car yesterday was no doubt perping you for sure. Absolutely. Just cowardly stuff, man. And then what ended up happening with that, I'm glad you brought that up. So they were sitting there waiting for me to move. So when I moved, like to get closer to the spot I was supposed to go to, because if you're downtown, that area it's very busy. So I wanted to get on the other side of the street where I was originally supposed to go, and just to be closer, because I had a catering order, a big order. So some told me, okay, I'm gonna park closer. So tell me why when I moved, they took the spot that I was in. Did no business, didn't get out the car, didn't do anything. And then they sat there for 2 minutes and then left. But Unaverage Joe, how you doing, brother? How you doing? There's some weird people, man. Weird people in this in this stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to read this. They try to intimidate me with props. That's insane, bro. They going through all this, you know, they're going through all this just to get at you. Just to get at people. Perps are literally everywhere. The reckless abandon that they have on the road is crazy. Yeah, this car back here, I don't know what happened. The person's not in it, but they're blocking an exit off the freeway. It's insane. It's insane to me, bro. It's really insane. Speaking of red, look at that. Look at what's in front of me. look at what's in front of me. That's the irony, right? The irony. Speaking of red. Missing the back window and everything. My brother said he want his money. You didn't. My brother said he want his money. You don't give him since back in the day. I don't know who the hell you are, and I don't know who your brother is. I don't owe nobody nothing. So whoever he is, he needs to go figure that out. I don't know. But you're a troll, so I don't owe anybody anything. So but at any rate, how you doing, Loyal Moon? How you doing? You're good. I'm not gonna entertain what you were talking about, but how you doing though? How are you today? Yeah, that's a troll. I know. That's a troll. I'm not gonna entertain that. I'm not gonna entertain it. Just an idiot, bro. Like just, I swear, I be wanting to flip the camera because it be stuff going on. It be stuff going on. I just wonder why does it happen. I just missed something. I could have. I'm good. Oh, you talking your brother? Okay, your brother. Okay, your brother owe you money. Oh, my bad. Maybe I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not sure because I'm driving. So maybe I read that wrong. My apologies. My apologies. Loyal Moon. How you doing today? My bad. Oh no, you good. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, maybe I read that wrong. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know who you are. Shit, I'm about to say I don't owe any, I don't know any I don't owe anybody anything. That's what they treat us like. Like the our gang stalkers, they treat us like we owe them money and stuff like that. Like we owe them money and stuff. And I'm like, bro, I don't owe anybody. No, you're good. No, you're good. You're good. I know you're trolling. You're good, bro. It's all good. There ain't nothing wrong with a little trolling. It's harmless fun. There's nothing wrong with a little trolling. I don't mind a little trolling. I have a sense of humor. You good, brother? It's all right. How are you today? I got some time to kill, so I'm gonna kick it on live with y'all for a little bit. I got some time to kill today. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go pick up my little one from school, so I got some time to kill. I was just working. You see, you all good? That's what's up. That's good to hear. I was just working for a little bit. I did a half a day of work. Um, did cater to business events this morning. Um, I did a couple other jobs, side jobs in between. Um, Made a little bit of cheese. I'm happy with it. I'm not mad at all. Rainy day. It's chill. That's good. That's good. Wish we can. It looked like it's gonna rain here too, because it's been dark like this, like dreary like this all day. Um, um, I sincerely hope though that those who call themselves family will get exposed for their participation in the program and restitution for all the emotional distress. Yeah, like my family is for sure involved. I have. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say I have proof, but there is something I need to make a video about that I didn't discuss in my story because I kind of wanted to leave it out for certain reasons. But there was, and I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm actually gonna do it later. Um, or I might just go live tonight and talk about it. But matter of fact, I'm not gonna do the video. Scrap the video. I'm just gonna go live and talk about it tonight. And there was a situation when I was staying with my family for a month, and yeah, yeah, that was one of the, and this was when like this was when my this is like when everything started to act weird in October, around October 7th, 2012. Um, I was homeless at the time, and I went to stay with my family with my mother for 30 days, for literally 30 days. It probably was 3 weeks because I couldn't stay there. It was just too much going on. And this story is a little graphic, so I kind of want to yeah, I'm not gonna say it here. I'm saying like some of the things I was experiencing those 3 weeks living there back at home after, and I was gone for 6 years up to that point. Um, yeah, that's a video. I'm gonna make that a video. You just stay tuned for that because you wouldn't believe some of the stuff, bro. I was dealing with, brother. You wouldn't even believe, y'all. That for that 3 weeks I was there, and he said there's a guy named Muhammad. He gets a lot of colors, sensitations, but it's very intense. I think he's in Pittsburgh. I know him. Yeah, yeah. I watch his live streams. When he's he sometimes he's walking to work or catching the bus to work, and he gets a lot of color coordination and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I watch his content. Got to be careful of the narcissist, my brother, for sure. It's wild to me. Some people do it for free. It's not wild to me because I feel like some people they feel like it's their duty to do it, especially if they're like retired or they're like they're well off or whatever. So they feel as if saying they're doing a good thing by targeting you. And so a lot of these people just have time available, so they feel like they're they're them volunteering their time to do wicked stuff and do evil stuff to people. They will get good karma for that. So I think that's probably why some people do it for free. Such a sting when families involved. Oh yeah, yeah. I got a video. Oh yeah. I got a yeah that. And this was a 3 week period of what I was dealing with for those 3 weeks when I went to stay back at with my mom's place for 3 weeks. And I said, you know what? I'd rather be homeless, than deal with this. I was dealing with some weird stuff. And just coming from my family, I was just like, wow, why would they stoop to this level? But I wasn't surprised. The gift cards, yeah, the gift cards and like benefits and stuff like that, certain benefits. I think a lot of them they get cars, like they get like easy approval for vehicles and stuff like that. Because how do a lot of these people afford the stuff they have, especially if they don't do anything? Nappy Head Roots, what's up, bro? How you doing? I thought it was just me. Now I realize more than ever before that I'm not alone. They be so stalking my brother. Oh, for sure. Yeah, shark targeted. Yeah, the flash weapons. Okay, so and I told this story in my Step Back with AJ series, so I'm gonna tell it again, right? So I remember when I was downtown Albuquerque, Joe, on average Joe, downtown Albuquerque because I used to live down there essentially. So I was coming off 6th Street, get ready to turn on Lomas, and I don't know if you know where the courthouse is, right there, 4th and Lomas, on average, but there was a guy with some shades on. He had his window down, and he was heading where would that be? Westbound on Lomas, and I'm coming eastbound. So him turning off 4th Street, from where that courthouse is, coming onto Lomas, and he flashed something in my face, and I went temporarily blind for like at least I say 20 seconds, where I couldn't see. It was like a flash in my face. So yeah, I've been there. I've been there. I can't believe moving to my grandma's for a little minute gave me a rude awakening how sick family can be or act. Man, listen, man. Man. Angela, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning to your afternoon, depending on where you are. Yeah, it tends to be. Oh, he's talking to Shark. Low key funny though. That's what you do with your spare time. Yeah. Targeting innocent people, man, and driving in circles all day, following you around, trying to. You see, because like with me, oh, you're East Coast, so it's good afternoon to you. So it's 1:30 over there. So I so the fact that they waste this much time, they waste this much time targeting you is insane. Just wasting their lives away. You know what I'm saying? Following innocent people for minuscule amounts of money. It can't be worth it financially. You know what I'm saying? And to be targeting us all day, it can't be worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think they're paying enough to want to for me to want to do some weirdo shit like that. And because I feel like a lot of the people, like your family or people that know you personally, I think they get bullied and threatened to participate. And if they don't, then they'll get targeted as well. I do think that's a thing for sure. But yeah, I experienced a lot of gang stalking in Albuquerque, bro. That's where 80%, 85% of it took place. Officer Winslow, love watching you on Family Matters. Okay. Yeah, dude is mad. Shows what their interstate is. I've had a guy flash a knife at me, but before, but I genuinely don't fear any of these people anymore. Nah, of course, not worth it. I agree with the blackmail. He's a troll. Yeah, he's a troll. For sure. Definitely a troll. It's okay. They come with the territory. No, Albuquerque, organic vibes. What's up? Albuquerque too low vibrational. Facts. Big facts. If you've been there, you know. Very low vibrational, bro. Like nothing but negative energy everywhere you go. I'm talking about the negative energy is so powerful. You ain't even got to. You ain't got to be Gangstalk to feel the negative energy. But I think a lot of people are so negative. So when you're not like, and when you're not negative like them, it's so powerful. Like everywhere you go. But you are 1,000% right, bro. I dealt with it for 10 years. How? I think the only reason I dealt with it for that long, bro, is that I it was cheap to live there. So I was like, financially, it was cheap to live there. I was able to build myself up. Like Albuquerque is one of those cities, or New Mexico in general is one of them cities that you go to that if you really want to get yourself together, like financially, and get your mind, you know what I'm saying, get everything going. That if you want to get yourself going, then you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just get your money up, get you a trade, a degree, whatever you want to get going. If those that's one of them places that you go, it's supposed to be a stopgap. It's not supposed to be somewhere you stay, but it's supposed to be somewhere that you just get it going and get on. What's up, organic vibes? And then Tuesday said, even if I was blackmailed, I wouldn't do this to anyone. Facts. Yeah, so you gotta, yeah, just having some integrity, some morals, man. Those lack in this world. People lack all that, man. They don't they'll do anything for money. People are desperate nowadays. Facts, it is cheap and golden money abundance. Facts, for sure, definitely cheap. Definitely you get out there, man. You stack your money up. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little. That's exactly what I did. I stayed there long enough to where I can build myself up. My first apartment out there was $300. It was $300 a month. Um, I lived there. Then I ended up getting another two-bedroom, which was $630 a month. Stayed there. Then I ended up getting a house, and I ended up getting a house, and I was paying like what was it? It went up over the years during the pandemic, but I ended up paying at most 1450 a month for a three-bedroom. So yeah, Albuquerque is dumb cheap. It's not even um for sure. And then got timed out. Jamari, what's up? Oh no, we're just having a general conversation, bro. I wanted to come on here and chop it up with the people. We're just talking about whatever whatever comes to our mind. And she said, "T.I. Sunshine off grid. Hey, now I am a new subscriber. Appreciate you. I'm a Ti in New Mexico. Oh yeah, you on the right channel because I listen, listen. I dealt with it for 10 years, and man, so you know the vibes. You know it. You know the vibes, man. You know it. Zero reaction is the action. That's facts. I appreciate you tuning in. Ti Sunshine off grid. Welcome to the channel. Um, Stay a while if you like. What 300 for apartment is crazy low moon? Yeah, but that was back in 2014. I was paying $300 a month. It was a one bedroom. It wasn't the biggest, but it was it was enough. You know what I'm saying? It was just me, so it was enough. So I wasn't I mean $300 a month, man. It was so lovely, man. It was so lovely, man. Back then, so lovely. Organic vibes. It's like a big body. Yeah, put in a temper tantrum, spawn into 10. Yeah, they're definitely just um they're definitely just big kids. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset. Blessing. Mirror Pit 3238. What's going on? Blessings to you. How you doing? And you say you wasn't on the street or sharing the restroom. Yes. So before that, I was homeless for a year and a half. Um, when I got to New Mexico, I only had 230 because I was in Los Angeles before that, right? So when I got to New Mexico, I had $230 in my pocket. So I took 200 of that and I got a hotel I got an extended stay, which was they it's not what you call it it's not an extended stay anymore, but it's an apartment now. But like you say, you're from New Mexico. To the people in here, it was on 12th Street in Central. It was on 12th and Central. It used to be like a hotel, but they turned it into apartments because they're trying to clean up down that area. Um, so across the street was the laundromat that was right there, and the laundromat ended up catching on fire. So I don't know if anybody from New Mexico familiar with what I'm talking about, but 12th and Central, like downtown Northwest, that was a hotel back in it about 12 years ago, and then eventually it turned into apartments. So yeah, I was definitely homeless for a little bit. I took my last $230, paid for that room essentially. Had a job already set up. I went to work, and me not knowing New Mexico at the time and how awful, god awful, the bus transit system is out there, especially it's awful. Period. But when you're working, when you're working, yeah, the laundromat fire, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was, yeah, I was living over there back in 2014 when I first moved to Albuquerque at the time. So I don't live in New Mexico anymore. I left there. Let me see, it's 2026 now. I left there about a little over a year ago. So about a year and a few months ago. So about 15 months ago. Um, but yeah, so my job, me not knowing the area, my job was way up on Montgomery and Tramway. I was working at the grocery store up there. Um, what is it called? Damn, what is it called? Because I'm at the like I don't I guess I've been gone for a long time. Smiths. I was working there at the time, and because they call it where I live at, they call it Fry's, but or where I live now, it's called Fry's. So Smiths. I was working at the Smiths out there, and I was working at the Smiths out there, and I got off work, and it was after 8 o'clock. So I'm thinking, okay, man, I can get the bus. You know what I'm saying? So tell me why I was running. I was leaving out of work right around 9, and the last bus came, and I needed to get downtown. So do you? Yeah, Smiths. Yeah, I needed to get downtown from Tramway in Montgomery, and you know how early those buses stop up there, up that way, and that was the last bus, bus number 5, if I'm not mistaken. That takes you down Montgomery and then Carlisle and then I think Lomas and then downtown. So I needed to get downtown, and I couldn't get that bus. You know, I had to walk all the way fucking downtown, bro. It's not even funny, but it's I had to walk all the way downtown, man. Like it took me like 3 fucking hours, bro. 3.5 hours. It's so fun. Like, do you know how far away that is from Montgomery and Tramway all the way downtown, bro? When I say, man, I was sick. I was disgusted. I had to walk that far. He's laughing. He's funny. Yeah, I was sick as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was sick, man. I was so sick, man. Man. I ended up transferring to a closer Smiths, somewhat a little bit more manageable after that. Like the one on Carlisle and what is that cross street? I think it's not Comanche. Um, like the one closest to Lomas and Carlisle, the one closest to that. You're living down by the El Rey. Yeah, no, not yeah, not the El Rey. Is the El Rey Theater over there? It might be. I don't quite remember that it might be. Shit. You was out there shredding, messing with public transportation. Facts, man. Albuquerque got the worst fucking transportation system in the world, bro. Oh man, you need a car out there for sure. You need one. I know you was thirsty as walking. Yeah, but you know what? Back then, WalMarts were open 24 hours, bro. So, WalMarts were open 24 hours back then. So, I stopped at the Walmart on Carlisle and just got something to drink. But and he said, dude, that's a heck of a walk. You ain't lying, bro. God damn. Um, I recall back in the day from the club downtown to the Marriott, and that was far. So how the route I took, y'all? Was I did I didn't go through. Did I go through the war zone? Um, I don't think I went. No, I didn't go through the war zone. I wasn't over there. So what I did was is I took Montgomery and Tramway. I walked what would that be considered? West on Montgomery. I took all the way down to Carlisle, and then I made the left on Carlisle, and took it all the way down to that Walmart on Carlisle in Claremont, where that McDonald's is. I stopped there, got something to drink, and then I went. Where did I go? I walked straight down Carlisle to Lomas, and then made the right on Lomas going westbound, and then took Lomas downtown, and followed Lomas all the way to 12th Street. Well, you know where it forks, but like where it forks at Lomas and Central, I took it to around to 12th Street. Yeah, it was definitely a long walk. Definitely awful. I used to live in the war zone too. My second apartment out there was in the war zone. Was it cold? No, it was April. It was like May, beginning of May. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't cold at all. No. I was on no, not that Smith's. I was at the one on Montgomery and Tramway. I was at the one on Montgomery and Tramway, but you know back then it wasn't really like it wasn't really that bad back then. It wasn't horrible, you know. It wasn't like, I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't like, you know, what it is now. It's like double the population from back then. Um oh, the war zone. Gangstar. Oh, OG Kicks, what's up, brother? How you doing? And he said, "What is the war zone?" The war zone is an area in Albuquerque. It's like a stretch. Most of it's like Louisiana, not Louisiana, but Central. A stretch on Central, and like Central going like towards like damn, what is that street? Gibson, like anywhere between that area. It's a bad area essentially. It's a very bad area. A lot of drugs, prostitution, and a lot of that stuff going on. A lot of robberies, deletions. A lot. It's a horrible area. It's not somewhere you wanna go at all. I used to live in the war zone, so I know. I know what's going on over there. It was cheap over there too, for a reason. Yeah, exactly. War zone's a no go. It's a no go zone unless you got business there. You ain't lying about that, bro. You ain't gonna find nothing but trouble. Unless you going over there. Unless you want to be over there, I wouldn't go over there at all. Yeah, I've been to Philadelphia before. I have. I have. When I first left where I was living at the time, when I first found out I got to, well, when everything like changed, and when I left my mom's house at the time, I had went to Philly. That was one of my first stops. YouTube Albuquerque War Zone. Sad truth, man. It's horrible, and it's been getting worse and worse because there people are migrating there, and like I said, from when the time I moved there to the time I left, the population like doubled, bro. It's way too many people there now. I'm from Louisiana. I had to move to another state because things started to get real bad. Yeah, me too. That's when I left. When I originally left, I'm originally from Florida. Um, I wasn't dealing with gang stalking in Florida because I was still a kid. My gang stalking when we moved up to Virginia, that's when my gang stalking started. When I was living in Virginia. If there was a concert you can go to, I wouldn't go to a concert. Um, I wouldn't go to a concert at all. I wouldn't go. Dude built like an 8 ball. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I don't care. How old are you, my brother? I'm in my 30s. My 30s. But no, I wouldn't go to a concert. I wouldn't go. Oh, your name is wild too. So yeah, we're gonna get you up out of here. Yeah, your name is wild. Yeah, yeah, you're out of line. I've been from North Dakota for all the way to Texas. They will follow you no matter where you are in the middle of nowhere. All of a sudden there'll be a drone above you. Facts. Um, facts. You ain't lying. Now, no matter where I went, I remember when I was working. I used to work at that McDonald's on Carlisle. I was working a second job there. That one on Carlisle and Claremont. I used to work there some years ago, and I remember and I'm never gonna forget this. There was this customer that came in, right, and there was these two black girls that worked there too, the mother and daughter. Um, so she was having a conversation. I was in the drive-through window. She was having a conversation with the customer at the front counter, and the customer said something like along the lines of, "I don't understand why he keeps switching jobs." And then she said, "No matter, yeah, I don't understand either. No matter where he go, they're gonna follow him no matter where he go." I'm just like, wow. And the first time I actually heard gang stalking is when I was working at that Fry's, I mean Smith's, up there on Montgomery and Tramway. That's the first time I ever heard somebody say the word gang stalking in my presence. No gang stalkers today? Yeah, just a bunch of weirdo trolls, man. You know how they go. You know how they do. You ever sold, I'm not answering those questions, brother. I can't, I can't. You're asking some crazy, crazy questions. Yeah, bro. I can't answer that, man. I'm not gonna answer that. Years ago, my friend stopped me from sticking up. Well, I'm glad he did, because if he didn't, you probably wouldn't be here right now. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that conversation. I'm just like, wow, who are they? Because at the time, because obviously they're not saying your name, but I'm like, it's obvious they're obviously talking about me. Because the way they were harassing me on the job and stuff like that. Who else are they talking about? And every time I used to come to work, it used to get extremely busy. And that's a tactic they employ to stress you out and make you want to quit. They're like, it used to get extremely busy at work every time I show up. Like it would be mild. Like when I show up, like when I used to arrive, it'd be mild. Like it wasn't that busy. And then the moment I show up, it gets extremely busy. Or the moment I used to show up, it get extremely busy. I would never work a job again, like directly at 9 to 5. I would never do that again. I would never let them steal my time like that, steal my life like that. Unless I'm going back into unless I'm going back into doing trucking, I wouldn't even give them the satisfaction of my time. Can I call you potato head without getting a band? No, brother, it's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. It's just jokes. Yeah, I ain't sensitive. It's just I don't wanna hear that, man. I'm not here for that. I'm not sensitive at all though. I just don't want to hear. You good, bro. It's no big deal. I lost my job back in September due to gang stalking. Yeah, they'll definitely find a way to sabotage you off your job for sure. 1,000%. They will definitely find a way to sabotage you off your job for sure. And there's another thing, brother. Who is that? Lou Zhang. If you're not here like for then why are you here, bro? I don't understand it. You don't have to be here if you don't, if you're not gonna be on topic and stuff like that. But I don't mind you stopping by though. It's cool. For these game stalkers, it's like clockwork. Yeah, facts. And then yeah, back to what you were saying, Darth. Yeah, they definitely like to do everything they can to sabotage you off your job, man. Like they'll go out their way to make you uncomfortable and do things to frustrate you. That's why when you're on a job, don't ever like have a conversation with these people. Um and they'll try to find out stuff about you that ticks you off, and they'll do it every time. I'm off, dude. Catch all TIs later. Stay safe. Remember, there's no need to fear these cowards. Facts. Salute, big dog, corn dog. Appreciate you as always coming through. God bless you, bro. Stay safe over there. We'll catch you in the next one. I may be live tonight. I may be live tonight. You said that's right. I've been thinking about working for myself. Yeah, and I just I'm not. It's not for everybody, but you have to find. You know what I'm saying. You have to have a different passion um to work for yourself, because you have to be willing to put in more hours than you would on a 9 to 5, and initially, and then eventually it'll turn into you being able to hold on. It'll turn into you being able to eventually work less and make more. But initially you might have to work more and probably break even. But it's a part of business. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of business. They use a smear campaign in the hospital where I work. That's what they do, especially when you work at like a big company like that, like a hospital. Yeah, they'll definitely do that, and then they'll have everybody just turncoat on you, and they have everybody looking at you crazy, treating you different, and then they want to make you uncomfortable so that way you'll quit the job, so that way there's no benefits and nothing like that. And that they'll work on blacklisting you from companies, and I think that's what they do to a lot of us. They blacklist us for sure. I got fired from 12 jobs for following coworkers home. Oh, you're tripping. You're wilding, bro. I don't know if you're trolling or you're serious. Yeah, you're out of pocket. I don't know if you're trolling or you're serious. But everybody that's in here, if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Everybody's allowed. I'm not. You're free to. You have a freedom of speech to say what you want. I'm just here to chop it up with the people. I want to check on y'all. No, that's okay. I mean, if you're dead serious, that's fine. Do you, brother? Do you? No judgment. No judgment zone over here, bro. You're free to do what you want to do. Free to do what you want to do with your life. But other than that, how's everybody week been? Everybody have had a good week. My week has been it's been yeah, they're bots, yeah. It's been pretty it's been pretty okay. I wouldn't say it was the best week. Had two particular days where I dealt with a heavy gang stalking. Um so I'll say it was an uneven week. Today was kind of today in particular was okay outside of the grocery store delivery I did this morning, where I was dealing with people, just being weird in there. Other than that, every day everything else was smooth. Because I was kind of moving around and shaking and grooving, so um they couldn't just like stop me and try to get my attention. I was moving around constantly. Yeah, he said, I've been gang stalked for years, man. Everybody I know is in facts. Me too. Um, have you ever came across, have any of you, oh, let me read this comment before I continue. My week was like a roller coaster. Yeah, mine was too. And I noticed that, have you ever came across somebody that you knew from your past? Somebody you probably went to school with that you ain't seen in a long time, but mysteriously they pop up now that you're being gang stalked? I'm talking about you couldn't find these people if you tried, if you were actually looking for them, but mysteriously they pop up. And another thing is that I purposefully left some things out because I want to make these things individual videos, and I wanted to basically cover the targeting I was dealing with around and do over the years, but there are like individual like event stories that happened to me that I want to talk about in the video. Cause man, listen, man. I've had some sucker stuff, man, from people I call my friends, that happened to me and that I'm gonna make videos about. So y'all stay tuned for that, because um, people that you call your friends and these people I wholeheartedly believe were directly involved with my targeting. Um, and I'm gonna talk about them in the video here in a bit. My week was a roller coaster. This week has been better than the past few weeks I had. That's good. That's good. That's good. I mean, sometimes it's light. It could be a light day, light week, light month. But unfortunately sometimes it comes back to it. 1738. Continue singing it. Okay. If you were a very violent person, they would get the message that way. I'm just being honest with you. Nah, because being a very violent person would only create issues for me, and I enjoy my freedom. So I'm not going to be that. So you're good. I'm not going to be that. Not going to be a very violent person. I don't think that solves anything. But that's your way of handling it. I don't mind. I mean, if that's your way of handling it, then that's cool. I just rather not. I don't think violence is the answer in a lot of things. Um, I think now. I think you gotta, play. You gotta just kind of keep your distance from people, and just because you gotta want peace in your life. You know what I'm saying? Constantly bringing drama and stuff into your life is just gonna cause you to be angry, bitter, and in this time and day and age, I love my peace, and I love my freedom. I love my life. So, and I got people that depend on me. So it's like I don't want to jeopardize my freedom. Just to attack one gang stalker when there's millions of them. So what would that accomplish? It wouldn't accomplish anything, loyal one. I would just be doing exactly what they want me to do, and they're taking my freedom away, and that's exactly what they want. I had a person I worked with that was a gang stalker as my Uber driver. It was a while. It was a while because I haven't worked with him within years. Crazy man. Yeah, they'll put some people in your path that's like why you know I don't get it. I did so much to fake tough guys, game stalkers, fake game. That I got tired. That I can now. I'm not. I mean, that's you. That's you. But they are definitely fake people and just fake tough people, and they only feel strong and dominant in groups. That's true. I can agree with you there. That's definitely true. But I'm about to go ahead and get off. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all for a little bit. I may have a video coming later. We'll see. But y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a great, blessed rest of your day. And I may be live on StreamYard later this evening. It's a possibility. We'll see. But I may be going live this evening. A video may or may not be coming today as well. But y'all stay tuned, and I appreciate y'all tuning into the live. And enjoy the rest of your Friday. Y'all stay safe out there, and just keep an eye out, man. Keep an eye on everything around you. You don't want to find yourself in a situation you can't get it yourself out of. So be mindful. Stay positive and keep your heads up. I'm gone. Dark Goon, you too, brother. Peace.